An economic relic is coming back in an effort to fight global inflation.
That's right. Price controls, rather, were a major tool used during times of economic emergency, like the World Wars, or other times of severe inflation, like in the 70s. It is a tool that hasn't been largely used in almost 50 years. But with prices rising around the world and Russia's war in Ukraine sparking fears of an energy crisis, price controls could be making a comeback.
Matt Phillips is a markets correspondent at Axios. He joins us now for more. Hi there, Matt. So I know you wrote about this in Axios, but give us sort of a breakdown here and just remind us, what exactly are price controls and how do they work?
Well, price controls are a really broad category of economic policies that, as you said in the intro, were in wide use in the U.S. from the end of World War II, especially through until the 1970s. What we're seeing now is a little bit different than what we saw then. In 1971, President Nixon imposed wage and price controls that were really kind of microscopic attempts to set prices and wages within the U.S. economy. What we're seeing now is international groups attempting to cap prices, especially in the energy markets, which is another form of trying to intervene in the markets and control prices.
And so, Matt, bring us into present day, right? Where exactly might we now see price controls coming back?
Well, we are already seeing them. I mean, I'm sure you've reported on Secretary of the Treasury Yellen and her attempt to spearhead this coalition, essentially a buyer's cartel for energy that is agreeing only to buy Russian oil at artificially low prices, essentially. So that's a form of price control. In Europe, we're seeing discussions of price caps across the board as they're dealing with an energy crisis from the European Commission. You were just talking about the energy situation in the UK. Liz Truss, the new incoming prime minister there, is reportedly discussing a package of up to 100 billion pounds to deal with the energy crisis there, including price caps for consumers. So we really are seeing price controls already being used in this current energy battle.
Well, as you write in Axios, these price controls that were largely abandoned after the 70s for a reason. So what are the potential pitfalls, Matt, in bringing them back?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question. So, for instance, if we think back to the 1970s in the U.S., when President Nixon imposed the price controls, a lot of what we saw in terms of gas lines for automobiles in the U.S., actually, those sort of started to proceed. Those came before the oil shock. So some of the rationing of gas there might have been due to price controls. So there are some, I mean, traditional economics would say, or orthodox economics would say, listen, if you cap the price that a producer can make for something, they're going to have no incentive to produce. These controls can lead to shortages. That's the traditional critique on them.
And what about the middleman, right? Obviously, like the oil or the energy source has to get from the source to the consumer, right? And so if the middle person doesn't make any money either, isn't that another danger of price capping?
Right. I mean, this all plays into this big question of can the government get involved in markets in the way that works? Now, I mean, I guess the other side of that argument is that essentially governments don't really have much of a choice right now. If they want to stay in power, they are really not going to be able to hit consumers with levels of pricing of utilities like this.
Yeah, some fundamental questions being raised. Matt Phillips for us. Matt, thanks very much for sharing your reporting and insight with us.
Thank you.